I'm sure Ghostbusters fanatics will dig this. What is up, my fellow movie lovers, and welcome back to the Luke Ponto channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the thumbnail here today. Let's get another movie review out of the way, because today is going to be a lot of fun for a movie to talk about. We're going to be looking at Ghostbusters Afterlife, the official sequel to the original Ghostbusters. Like, Ghostbusters 2 never happened in this film's universe, and neither did the new 2016 film. So this is completely the actual sequel to the original Ghostbusters. And this film was directed by Jason Reitman, the son of the director of the original classic, Ivan Reitman. And it stars McKenna Grace, Carrie, Coon, Paul Rudd, Logan Kim, Finn Wolfhard, Celeste O'Connor, just to name but a few. The cast is stacked here. Let's get to it. When a single mom and her two kids arrive in a small town, they begin to discover their connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind. So as much of a hardcore Ghostbusters fan as I am, I went into this film excited. I mean, I was going to go into this film excited regardless because, I love the original classic Ghostbusters. My mom introduced it to me when I was like about 6 or 7. So I was like, it was like off to the races from that point for me, like when it came to like really diving into film. But like in regards to like diving into more of the hidden gems by then. But obviously that was me being introduced to a classic back in my early days. Like, I really love the original Ghostbusters. Like, it is an absolute classic in my mind. Like, and it is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, I cannot even believe like how much the film actually influenced me. Like, it is such a great classic from the 80s. It feels ahead of itself, if I'm being honest. It feels very ahead of itself. 2 is and the remake, I actually do not mind the remake. Like a lot of people trash the remake. I did not mind it at all. Like, it wasn't that bad. And to me, going into this film, I was excited. I saw this with my parents because technically, even though my mom introduced it to me, I wanted to go see this with my dad too. So I went with my parents to see it. And my goodness, guys, Ghostbusters Afterlife is one of the biggest, not one of the biggest surprises, but one of the best films I've seen all year. Like, this film is a total blast from start to finish. Most of that credit has to go to Jason Reitman, who is the director of this film. Now, I remember him as the director of the indie comedy Juno. Now, this is actually his first big blockbuster film that he's ever put out in his career. Like, Juno is an indie comedy. This is more of a blockbuster film. Now, think about it like this. Like, he really does take after his father very well. Like, the director of the original classic of the original Ghostbusters. He really does take after his father very well with the way that this film is directed. And also the editing is great. The visuals are great in this film. I cannot praise these visuals enough for this film. Some people may be bothered by some of the CGI, but honestly, I am not really, like, as a hardcore Ghostbusters fan, I am not opposed like with any of the CGI. And these performances, you guys, oh my god, don't even get me started on these performances. McKenna Grace as the character Phoebe, who basically is into a new school after they move into the small town. And basically, she's kind of like a big science geek. And she wants to, like, you know, uncover the secrets, like, of her grandfather. Like, I feel her character, and she did a great job in this film as Phoebe. Like, she honestly feels relatable at times, if I'm being honest. Like, she really does. And Logan Kim is coming in as a kid named Podcast. Like, literally, that's his name. He runs a podcast, so basically his name is just Podcast. But I freaking love this kid. He was hilarious in this movie. He was hilarious. Carrie Coon as the mother of McKenna Grace and Finn Wolfhard's character was also really good in the movie. Now, some people may complain about the awkwardness of her character, but honestly, it did not bother me like in the slightest at all. Finn Wolfhard, great in this movie as well. You may remember him from Stranger Things and It. I thought he did a very good job in this film. Some people may complain that he's miscast for this movie, but I really don't think he's really like miscast, honestly. If you really think about films like It or the show Stranger Things, I feel like he was perfect casting for this movie. Celeste O'Connor also is playing as the character Lucky. She did great in this movie as well. You may remember her from Freaky from last year. Like, I thought she was great in that movie as well. In this one, she's really proving herself further and further that she can become a great actress. Like, she really has potential, if I'm really being honest. And Paul Rudd. Don't even freaking get me started on Paul Rudd. He was great in this movie. He plays as Phoebe's teacher, the science teacher in this movie, who I thought was hilarious in this movie. He actually knew about the Ghostbusters stuff, like as the teacher. And basically, like, there's like a really funny argument kind of going on, like between him and McKenna Grace, like when they're in the little lab room, which I'm not going to give it away, but man, it had me in stitches. It was pretty funny in the slightest, if I'm being honest. The characters are great, the performances are great, the CGI, great. Some of the best CGI I've seen in like of the year. Now, some people may complain about the cameos and the fan service stuff of the original Ghostbusters legacy. Now, that stuff does not bother me in the slightest. Like with cameos and stuff like that, that gives the fans what they want. Like, that does not bother me in a film, but it doesn't have to be like very heavy-handed. Kind of like how I felt with Free Guy from this year. The cameos did not feel so heavy-handed. Like, they were just a cameo in the film, and then, like, they didn't just drag on all the jokes with Free Guy. Same thing with this film. They didn't just drag out the cameos to make it be like you're just going to be sitting there and just rolling your eyes. Like, especially with Fast 9, like with a film like Fast 9, the cameos by Helen Mirren and Cardi B, I rolled my eyes because I just did not feel like that was necessary whatsoever. But like with Free Guy, the cameos were necessary because it's an homage to gamers. Not just an homage to gamers, but it had famous YouTube gamers in the movie. And with this movie, no spoilers, but man, that ending had me in tears, if I'm being honest. Like, I cried at the end of this movie. You guys have no idea. The nostalgia really hits me with Ghostbusters Afterlife. My nostalgic love for Ghostbusters is still here. Like, I absolutely adore Ghostbusters Afterlife. If you guys do get a chance to see this in theaters, if you saw it on opening weekend, or if you're going to see it this Thanksgiving weekend, absolutely do so, because Ghostbusters Afterlife is absolutely one of the best films of 2021, and you should not miss it. And of course, Ghostbusters Afterlife deserves the highest grade of an A+. One of the top 5 best of the year, in my opinion. You guys have to check this out. Even if you're hardcore fans of the Ghostbusters movies and you didn't see this yet, absolutely do yourself a favor and go to the theater, your nearest theater that you possibly can, and please watch this film. You will not regret it. So what did you guys think of Ghostbusters Afterlife? Just let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the film. Did you guys love it as much as I do? Like, are you a hardcore Ghostbusters fan? Did you hate this movie? And also, what is your favorite ghost of the Ghostbusters series? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, hit the subscribe button down below and click on that notification bell so you guys can get notified of all the videos I upload. And also, hit the thumbs up because it's very beneficial for me to get this content out there for you guys. And also, look forward to more awesome content hitting this channel very, very soon. I'm still going to catch up on my Wes Anderson series to build up to the French Dispatch, which is getting a physical release in December. So I will finish up that series before the end of the year. So I promise you guys that. So please do not be all going in the comments, be like, where's your Wes Anderson series? I'm getting to it. Just cut me a little bit of slack. I've been busy with work, so I will get around to it as soon as I can. Once again, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe. I will see you all next time.